Welcome to Face to Face. This is a chat show which is done as an interaction between the dean and the students. And this is the second season. We started this program in August in 2020, and this year we are having this second season, and today this is the ninth episode. And this is a program wherein three students of different semesters, different years, they talk to the dean. And since last year, when we started this program, the idea behind was that since we were facing the pandemic period, and this year also more or less the same kind of situation is there, we have not yet come out from the pandemic. So the whole idea behind was to enhance the interaction between the students on one part and the college and DME Media School on the other part. So before proceeding further, let me tell you something about Delhi Metropolitan Education, DME. DME is one of the most prestigious institutions affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. And we have three different departments besides the media school. The other two departments are DME Management School and DME Law School. We offer 4 academic programs, which include besides BAJMC, BBA, and BA LLB, and BBA LLB. And in DME Media School, we offer this BAJMC, which is a 3-year undergraduate program. In fact, all the 4 programs which are offered by DME are the undergraduate programs. And DME has always been trying to rise up to the occasion. And since the time this pandemic struck last year, we have been trying to find out ways and means how to reach out in a better manner to the students and how to enhance the quality of education. Like last year, we started producing the video programs for the students, and though this online teaching, online classes are happening, but we have always been trying to add value to these classes. Since last year, we have also been having this internship, which is online and which is being conducted by the students. So before proceeding further in this program, let us have a look as to what all DME offers to its students. In DME, we believe in engagement and empowerment of students. And since the time this COVID-19 struck in 2020, we intensified this whole process.
For the education sector, it was a big challenge. At DME, our small dynamic team decided to take this challenge head-on.
We organize different kind of programs, different webinars wherein the distinguished people from the industry and other walks of life, they are invited to interact with the students. We try to keep them engaged in taking out newsletter, writing stories, editing stories, and not only that, they make posters, they make cartoons, they write pieces for the newsletter.
Mentoring cell at DME is a very unique feature in the ecosystem of education. While the subject teachers forge the knowledge domain strongly, it is the mentors who reach out to students in difficult times. During pandemic, when our students faced loss of their loved ones, home isolation, and several other family issues, mentors ensured that students remain cheerful, lively, and stay connected with us.
We have ensured that our students are treated with compassion, warmth, and gentle touch. And it has been our endeavor to treat all the academic activities of our students, which includes PSDA, internal assignment, and various other curricular activities accordingly.
Research Cell also pays huge emphasis on interdisciplinary nature of research. In order to promote this, the research centers of the Research Cell were also motivated to join with each other and conduct research activities for students, faculties within DME and outside DME.
While the strong academics and great industry connect is building great lawyers, media persons and managers at DME, we at Mentoring Cell are enabling these future leaders to be compassionate, emotionally strong and resilient for any times to come.
We empower the students. All the schools of DME, they have their students council. In DME Media School, this council is part. They organize the program themselves, they take their own decisions and they mobilize the students for all the good cause.
Art has the power to unite and connect during the times of crisis. Bringing people together, sharing, soothing and inspiring are powers of art, which have been made empathically obvious by the DME cultural societies during the COVID-19 pandemic. By taking different innovative approaches in organizing various virtual competitions and events in which the students of DME have taken part with great enthusiasm and proved that DMEians are unstoppable.
Care with compassion is motto of DME. During Corona period, we were always with our students. Their well-being is primary for us. We take care of our students.
We met the expectations of the students, of the parents and above all of the industry. The placements this year were better than those of the previous years. DME is committed to supporting its students in all possible ways.
Welcome back to Face to Face. Now to tell you something more about DME Media School. DME Media School is one of the most promising media institute in the country, and we do a lot of things which are unthinkable for any other institution. And there are certain flagship programs which I must make a mention here. Particularly ICANN, which is an international conference, and we have already held 4 editions of this conference, and therein there is a participation from different parts of the world. And since last year, when this pandemic happened, before that we were planning to have it in March 2020, but at the 11th hour we had to postpone it, and then we did it in June last year as a 10-day digital live conference. This year also, the 4th edition happened in July 2021 as a 10-day digital live conference, and we can claim that this is the first ever conference of this kind for such a long period on the digital platform happening in the world. Similarly, we have International Film Festival, SIFI, and the next edition, the 3rd edition of this film festival we are having in the month of December this year. Last year also in the month of December, we organized a 2nd edition, and that was for 7 days. And that also turned out to be a 7-day film festival, which was in the hybrid mode and which was unique in the sense that right from the beginning, this film festival is a collaborative venture between DME and Deakin University, Melbourne. Another important program that we organize every year is Vritika. We organized Vritika as a film festival long back, then we changed it to a media fest, and now this time we have converted it into a convention of media students, and this has also entered in its 5th year. As part of Ritika, we also organize Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award for value-based journalism. So this is an award which is conferred on the journalists who do some distinguished work. And for the last 2 years, we have already conferred this award to 7 distinguished journalists of the country, and the same is going to happen this time as well. So talking about this particular program, Face to Face, as I have already told everybody that this is a chat show, and this is a platform wherein the students get a chance to interact with the dean informally. Normally in any educational institution, most of our communication happens formally, but this is a platform for informal communication. And since this is a chat show, this is expected to be an interactive program, and we pick up students from all 3 years. So in this program also, there are students from 2018 batch, 2019 batch, and 2020 batch. The 2018 batch is in a way passed out because they have already cleared their final year exam, but then 2021 batch is yet to come. So these are the 3 batches which can be included in face-to-face. So to begin with, let us know something more about the students who are participating in this episode of Face-to-Face. Welcome again to this chat show Face-to-Face, and now everybody has come to know who all are there part of this program today. We have Chhavi Mathur with us, who is from 2018 batch, and then we have Laksh Bisht with us, who is from 2019 batch, and then Rishabh Patel is with us, who is from 2020 batch. And as it is customary that we start interacting with the senior most person first, so let me initiate this discussion with Chhavi Mathur. So Chhavi, you are participating perhaps for the first time in this program. In this program, since it is happening in the backdrop of the pandemic, so my first question to you will be that whatever has happened during the last 1.5 years, how it has affected you or your family members or somebody close to you, how have you faced this whole situation?
First of all, thank you for having me on the show. And the pandemic has had a great impact on me positively, but definitely it negatively impacted me also because of, the news coming from families and friends that people were sick, there were no hospitals and everything. But when I talk about the professional aspect of it, I started blogging and I created my page on YouTube and Instagram. So it grew pretty exponentially. I never thought that it would. I never thought that I would be able to monetize it. I thought it would just be an hobby and I would just, click pictures, make videos and post it online. But when I got to know the power of social media, that you can even earn from it. And it's not just one aspect of it. You can collaborate with other creators. You can be as creative as you want. You can collaborate with the best F&Bs, the travel portals and everything. So the lockdown has been pretty great on me. I have created and I have learned a lot of cooking. I didn't know much about it. So it has been great on the professional aspect. And yes, sir, that's about it.
So you found this pandemic as an opportunity, and I mean, you're not concerned with the negative aspect or the adverse aspect of this COVID-19.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, it did impact me because nothing serious happened in my close family. But my friends, they got a lot affected. We were in a midst of finding hospital, finding injections and everything. It did impact me, but the only thing that kept me motivated was the page that I was making and was the work that I was doing. So I think the only escape I had was the page. So whenever people ask me about how was your lockdown and everything. So I first addressed the positive and the negative later.
Yeah, so that's good. One must always have this kind of attitude. If you look the positive side and if you look something as an opportunity, that will take you forward, certainly. So moving on to Lakshya. Lakshya, I will put the same question to you. Was it an opportunity or it was an adverse thing that happened to you? And what actually was your experience inside your home, in your surroundings? How will you put your reaction to this?
First of all, I would like to say good afternoon to like everyone present here, and a big thanks to Ambrish sir and Mudita ma'am, my mentor, for inviting me to this platform. So basically, I would like to say that it was both. It was an opportunity as well as like there were some adverse conditions. Like I wasn't affected much like financially, but like socially and emotionally, it was like initially in the initial phases, it was a bit tough because like I was connected with my friends and relatives on digital means, but like there's a lack of physical presence, so it like drifts away the connection like slowly. So that was there, but it was like I reconnected with some of my old passions like cooking, and I also continued my ongoing things like reading novels and blogs, articles, stuff, and also like writing them. And so I like continued my routine, and also like my mom and my pet was in my home, so I was like I bonded with them. Like I didn't bond it that much with them like before the pandemic, but it was great. Like so they were like kind of my stress buster, so it was like a balance between the adversity and the opportunity. So it was like kind of both. The experience was pretty good, to be honest.
So moving on to you, Rishabh, how will you tell us about your experience of the pandemic, because you entered at a time when the pandemic was there and your batch has yet not been able to join the regular classes and all in the physical mode. So you have been kept in a way confined to your home and all. But then how will you put this experience of yours as far as this pandemic is concerned?
पहले तो मैं अपने सभी टीचर्स का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ, हमारे डीन सर का, और जो भी टीचर्स जुड़े हैं, जो भी मेरे दोस्त वगैरह यहाँ पर हैं। और बाकी अगर मैं कोविड की बात करूँ तो ये ऐसा रहा है, मतलब 1.5 साल के मानो जब हम लोगों की 12th हुई थी, जो भी फर्स्ट ईयर बैच के हैं डीएमई में, तो उन्हें पहले तो यूनिवर्सिटीज के फॉर्म फिल करने थे, सारी चीजें थी। तो आप मान लीजिए कि आधा महीना या आधा साल वहीं पे निकल गया। अब रही 1 साल की बात, तो फिर जब कॉलेज में हम लोग एंटर करे तो काफी चीजें रही, कॉलेज की भी रही, घर की भी रही। और मैं मतलब यहाँ से नहीं हूँ, मैं आउटसाइड दिल्ली हूँ, मैं झांसी से आता हूँ। तो काफी चीजें थी, प्लानिंग चलती रही पूरे साल के कब कॉलेजेस खुलेंगे। फिर सोचा कि भाई फरवरी में, मार्च में, फिर समय ऐसे निकलता गया। लेकिन जो कोविड था वो कुछ ऐसा रहा कि मुझे पॉजिटिव साइड्स ही दिखी कोविड की, क्योंकि लाइफ में ऐसा समय कभी नहीं मिलने वाला था कि आप अगर एक बार बाहर निकल जाते हो तो आप बिल्कुल समय नहीं दे पाते चीजों को। लेकिन जो कोविड का टाइम था उसमें आप खुद को भी समय दे पाए, अपने परिवार को भी समय दे पाए और सारी चीजें समझ पाए बेहतरीन तरीके से। तो मुझे कोविड एक अपॉर्चुनिटी की तरह दिखा है अभी तक, और आज भी लगता ही है।
चलो, ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि तीनों ही लोगों ने इसको एक अपॉर्चुनिटी माना है और उसको एनकैश भी किया है और उसको उस तरह से जिया भी है, उस तरह से समझा भी है। सो मूविंग ऑन फर्दर टू यू छवि अगेन. Chavi, if I ask you about your classes, your studies during this period of pandemic, because yours was a batch which was in the 4th semester when this COVID-19 happened. So, but then if overall we look at this scenario, about 2 years you were there on the campus, and for 1 year you have been off the campus, and you were no other chance, as we all have no other chance except to have the classes online. So you have been having the classes online. So you had both the experience, the classes in the physical mode and the classes in the online mode. So if I ask you to make a comparison between the two, what are the good or not so good points you find in online education?
So when I talk about online education, I can only think of, the physical classes when we attended, there was a bit, when we got over a class, so we could, we could talk to people, talk to our friends for like 2-3 minutes when the break is there, before the next class has to start. But when we study online, it's just like we have to listen to the teacher and obviously make pointers and everything. So it definitely is a little where you cannot speak to other people. If you have a doubt, you have to the internet connection is a big problem, because once you're speaking, you're not audible in the between, and then it does have some technical issues. But if I talk about the aspects that are good in online education, it was like teachers were always available for us. The notes were given very handily, and I think it was good on the part when education is concerned. But when we talk about interaction, the online education was a little low on that, because we cannot talk to our friends, and if we suddenly have a doubt in the physical class, we would be like, "Arey, ek baar ye batana." But in the digital mode, you can't do that, because then there are 40 students also. You have to think about them also. The teacher is speaking, so that I think that lacked a bit.
I completely agree with you. Technology is one thing, though I will not say it was something new. We all are exposed to technology even before this pandemic struck. But then the way we started using it after the pandemic, that was completely new for the teachers and for the students as well. And as you pointed out, there are shortcomings in online education. But then if I ask you, what is that thing which in a way obstruct the students from asking questions? Why can't students not make the class interaction or the class exercise more interactive, wherein you as a student or your fellow students can ask the questions to the students? Why don't you do that? If you do that, fine. But what will you say on this?
So definitely this is one big point, because you have also noticed in the class that the students do not speak, that they do not have any doubts and they do not have any counter questions. I think online education was one thing. A lot of students did not take it seriously, I think. If I talk about myself, if I used to listen to the class 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then if I took a break and I missed a part, so when I rejoin it, so Sara, it used to get missed ki, oh, abhi kahan pe aa gaye and everything. I think we as students also should take a part, because one teacher cannot speak for an hour and cannot speak like a monologue. It would be a monologue, it won't be study. If you do not have a counter question to what the teacher is speaking, if you do not have even a reaction, and if you do not even join the class, I think that is the primary thing that happens. People do not join the class only. So I think that according to us, we should definitely participate more so that the class is interesting.
Okay. So well taken. Now moving on to Lakshya, what will you say on this issue, online versus the classes in the physical mode? You were also there for 1.5 semester. You're there on the campus, and then it has been all online. So if you make a comparison between the classes in the physical mode and the online classes, how will you make this comparison, and what are the good points or not so good points in the online education that you have experienced?
So first of all, I completely agree with what Chavi said, like everything, she was on spot. And also, like, there are pros and cons to both the models, but the primary thing is that both of them are education driven, and like their outcome is to create a learning environment basically. So like, since it's been like 1.5 years, I'm much more comfortable with the online mode, and can't really make out any like drastic difference basically between the two. Both are pretty all right in their own perspective. It depends on the perspective of the individual as well. Like it's like there is some like non-interaction on the part of online mode, because sometimes people also like they're sitting in the homes now most of the time, so they feel lethargic sometimes. These things happen, but in offline also there are like little bit of like cons, but it's all right. Like balance, you have to maintain a balance between the two, and it's all right. So.
But then if I ask the same thing which was pointed out by Chavi, that what is that problem which the students face? Either they do not attend classes in that number which they were doing in the physical mode, or they are not interactive, or they try to avoid opening their video. I mean, as a students yourself, you can tell us something, or on the basis of the experience of your classmates, if you can tell this, what is that which is stopping the students to be so forthcoming, so active in online classes?
So actually, I will only speak out of myself on this. Like, I haven't really been attending classes, but my reason was that when I used to attend the college in offline mode, so I used to get time to complete my assignments like in the class only, as well as simultaneously listening to what the teachers are saying. And there hasn't been any loss of enthusiasm on the part of teacher side. They're already hardworking and they have the same energy, they have the same enthusiasm towards teaching us. And like for the past like 20 days, I haven't been really attending my class because like I feel like I have to deliver like my quality in my assignment. So I've been like doing that, and like little bit of mismatch in the timetable. Like in the evening, I get really tired, so can't really.
Okay, so you refer to the teaching and the efforts being made by the teachers during this pandemic time. Can you elaborate something more as to, I mean, your take as to what all, according to you, the teachers did extra for the sake of teaching, and if you can tell something more on this experience?
Yeah, actually, the teachers like they provided us the PPTs and stuff which they used to earlier as well, and they like taught us with the same intensity, enthusiasm, and the same energy. And they also like sometimes like take extra classes for doubt classes like before the exams. So basically, yeah, they're doing pretty much like good, like really good. So no complaints from my side.
So thank you, Laksh. Now moving on to Rishabh again. Rishabh, as already I pointed out, and everybody knows you know about this, then you have not come across with any physical classes in DME, but definitely in your schools, you were having that experience of attending classes in the physical mode. In DME, it has been all through the online mode. So if I ask you to make this comparison between online classes and the offline classes, and what are the good things that you find in online education, or the kind of problems that you faced in online education, if you can tell us something about your experience.
जी सर, पहले तो मतलब मैं यही कहूँगा कि जो आपने कहा कि मैंने अभी तक ऑफलाइन क्लासेस एक्सपीरियंस नहीं करी हैं, खासकर कॉलेज में, बट हाँ स्कूल की मैं बात करूँ तो स्कूल का ऐसा था कि आपके दोस्त होते हैं वहाँ पर, आप जानते हो हर किसी को, और ऐसा कुछ किसी ने नहीं सोचा था कि लाइफ में कोई जूम चीज हमें, मतलब जूम नाम का ऐप एक डाउनलोड करके उससे ऑनलाइन क्लासेस करनी होगी। लेकिन मैं जब भी अभी डीएमई में आया हूँ, क्योंकि मैं आज से 7-8 महीने पहले यहाँ पे शिफ्ट हो गया था, तो मैं जितनी बार भी डीएमई गया हूँ तो मुझे ये फील हुआ पर्सनली कि अगर ऑफलाइन क्लासेस होती तो मे बी टीचर से ज्यादा इंटरेक्शन होता, टीचर्स आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज, आपकी बातों को, आपके शब्दों को मतलब समझ पाते, सुन पाते और उनमें सुधार के लिए आपसे कहते। क्योंकि जब आप वीडियो कैमरा या कुछ भी ऑफ कर लेते हो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस के दौरान, तो वो आपको देख नहीं रहे हैं कि आप किस, मतलब आप अटेंटिव हो या नहीं हो, क्या कर रहे हो आप कैमरे के पीछे, या मतलब सुन भी रहे हो या नहीं। तो मैंने यही देखा है। बाकी अगर ऑफलाइन क्लासेस होती तो ज्यादा बेहतर होता, मतलब प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज मिल पाती। बाकी कोशिश पूरी चल रही है, मतलब ऑनलाइन में भी टीचर्स लगे हुए हैं, मतलब डीएसएलआर से बाकायदा जूम से चल रहा है, जूम इन जूम आउट करके कैमरा के फीचर्स बता रहे हैं, तो मतलब सामने ही बैठे हुए हैं। तो काफी दोनों चीजें सही चल रही हैं, बट मैं ऑफलाइन ज्यादा प्रेफर करूंगा अगर मेरी कोशिश।
तो तुम कितनी रेगुलरली क्लासेस अटेंड करते हो, या तुम्हारे जो फ्रेंड सर्किल है उसमें कितने लोग कितनी रेगुलरली क्लास अटेंड करते हो? एंड इफ यू कैन टेल समथिंग मोर अबाउट दैट एक्सपीरियंस, दो यू टोल्ड समथिंग, बट इफ यू कैन टेल अस समथिंग मोर ऑन दैट।
सर क्लासेस का ये है कि मैं क्लासेस अटेंड करता हूँ सारी, लेकिन हाँ मेरा ये भी है कि मैं बहुत सी क्लासेस में नहीं भी रहा हूँ। और ऐसे ही दोस्तों का है। कुछ चीजें मतलब काफी चीजें सीखने को मिली हैं फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में। तो कभी कभार ऐसा भी होता है कि हम लोग क्लासेस के सिवा भी कुछ एक्टिविटीज करने निकल जाते हैं, जितना हम खुद से एक्सप्लोर कर पाए। तो कभी कभार क्लासेस मिस होती हैं, लेकिन हम सारा दिन अपना सारी चीजें यूटिलाइज जरूर करते हैं कहीं ना कहीं।
तो बहुत अच्छी बात है। सबसे बड़ी चीज यही है, नो डाउट क्लासेस आर इम्पोर्टेंट, बट देन इफ समहाउ sometime you are not there, as you said, that if you are utilizing your time fruitfully towards your growth, so nothing can be more important than that. Now moving on to Chavi again. Chavi, if I ask you about your interests, your passions and inclinations, I mean, irrespective of pandemic or no pandemic, what all you will tell us about?
So if I talk about my hobby and my passion, so I would definitely say that I'm really on to social media right now, creating the page that I've created. I'm into food blogging. So learning new aspects of it and everything. But if I talk about the career perspective, basically the page is run by me and a friend of mine. So we both started it and we are both at it. So he's into digital marketing. So the page won't be shut down. The page will definitely go on. But if I talk about my career perspective, I've been applying for MJMC and I would definitely go into that. But social media is also a part of communications. Like I know that I am communicating my content to a lot of people, and I am maybe influencing a people or two, I guess. So I think that this is a start of the profile that I want to see myself in. And as a hobby, definitely a content creator. And I've been doing it for like a year and a half now. Like I started the page long back, but you know, when we start, we do not know anything about it. So you just post random pictures, you know, you click the dal chawal that you ate, the sabji that you ate. But when you explore more to it, then you know that, you know, there are monetary factors also. So you have to really put in the content that makes sense and not the, you know, simple picture that you're clicking. So, not just the content delivering, I think social media is very you know, it is very big and large. You get to know about how big collaborations you can get, and it's definitely not about the number of followers that you have. You know, I have seen people with a lot less followers than me, they get the same collaborations that I do. So it is about networking, it is about collaboration, it is about a little bit of public relations involved, what kind of profile you want to have. So I think I will definitely say that content creation is my all-time passion, and I'm really on to it right now. So that.
Great. So moving on to Lakshya. Lakshya, if I ask the same question, your hobbies, your passion and inclinations, and also if you can tell us, even in the light of the pandemic, as to what additional you did during the 1.5 year. Yeah.
So, sir, when I joined the course, initially I was like super into writing, but not in just one aspect, like in various aspects. So I wanted to learn like as much as I could writing related things. So I joined the course and then I started blogging like 3-4 years back. And then I prefer on the quality of content. Like Chavi said that it's not about the followers. Yeah, according to me, it's not about that. It's about the quality of content, the value you're putting out in the world. So that's about that. And I also write like poems and stuff, like creative writing stuff, and some conversational stories and like little bit stories and stuff. And I lately have been like super into, like I've been reading novels like since like I was really little, but I've been like inclined to write them. So in a presentational kind of way. So my favorite of the novel writing is like new adult romance and young adult romance. So I'm super into that. And I also read some books like Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire and like by Colleen Hoover. It's a book like It Ends With Us. So they provide a very different view of how romance should be. Like it should be like first being comfortable with yourself, loving yourself, and then like being, if you want to, being ready with the next person. But first and most importantly are you. So focus on you. Like it's like that.
So good that you are doing both the things, the reading and writing. And I believe in mass communication, in media, there can be no better combination than reading the latest thing, reading the literature, and then continuously writing. That will definitely push you forward. Now moving on to Rishabh. Rishabh, what will you tell us about your hobbies, your passions, your interest? And definitely you can answer this question in the light of this 1.5 year. What additional you did, as you already said, that you got, I mean, anybody got additional time since the classes were in online mode and you were not most of the time in during 1.5 year, most of the time you were not allowed to move out. So since everybody was confined to home, you were also confined to your home. So what additional things you did as far as pursuing your interest is concerned? What all you will tell us?
सर काफी चीजें करी हैं, मतलब फिलहाल तो ये है जो बीजेएमसी में आने का जो मतलब मन था, एक वो ये था कि कुछ बच्चों का रहता है कि हम बीजेएमसी इसलिए कर रहे हैं बिकॉज हमें कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा कि हम क्या करें, और बीजेएमसी में सारी चीजें ऐसी हैं कि आपको 3 सालों तक कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिलता है हर फील्ड में। बट मेरा बिल्कुल फॉर श्योर था 9th क्लास से ही कि मैं बीजेएमसी करूंगा, मुझे पत्रकारिता में जाना है। और मैं फिलहाल तो अभी अपनी रीडिंग और अपने शब्दों पर गौर कर रहा हूँ और पब्लिक स्पीकिंग पे। वो इस वजह से कर रहा हूँ कि मैं जब भी कभी पब्लिक स्पीकिंग करता हूँ, मैंने गौर करा है, काफी जगह मैंने ट्राई करा है, तो मेरे अंदर वो अग्रेशन झलकता है। मुझे नहीं पता कि क्यों झलकता है, तो मैं वो जानने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ फिलहाल तो कि ये गलतियां मैं ना करूँ। और मैंने काफी चीजें करी हैं, मैंने यूट्यूब किया है और मैं आने वाले टाइम में एक प्रोजेक्ट पे भी काम करने वाला हूँ जो कि मैंने पर्सनली रिसर्च करी है, उस पर जाऊंगा। सिनेमेटोग्राफी सब्जेक्ट भी पढ़ाया जा रहा है, अभी हमें सचिन सर पढ़ाते हैं हमारे सेक्शन में। तो ये सारी चीजें करके मैं एक कंटेंट के लिए मैं भी निकल रहा हूँ कहीं बाहर साइड रूरल एरियाज तरफ, और अभी ये मेरा नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट होने वाला है अगले मंथ से।
तो अभी तुमने इस बीच में क्या नई चीजें पढ़ी, या पहले से कौन सी ऐसी चीजें हैं जिन पे तुम्हारा ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट है बुक्स के हिसाब से, या कोई पर्टिकुलर किसी फिक्शन है या किसी अलग तरह का लिटरेचर है? वो किस तरह की चीजें तुम पढ़ते हो, क्या क्या पढ़ने में तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट है?
सर 12th क्लास तक तो ज्यादातर मैं रीडिंग वगैरह में नहीं था, बट जब से मैं कॉलेज में आया तो टीचर्स ने बोला कि आपको न्यूज़पेपर की हैबिट तो डालनी ही चाहिए। तो मैं पूरे दिन में शायद अगर मैं 1-2 क्लासेस भी ना ले पाऊँ, हमारी 5 से 6 क्लासेस होती हैं, बट मैं हर दिन न्यूज़पेपर तो जरूर पढ़ता हूँ। और हर एक न्यूज़ को डेप्थ में नहीं पढ़ता हूँ। कुछ सुप्रीम कोर्ट के डिसीजंस हो गए, जैसे कि आप कोई एक्स्ट्रा क्लासेस देते हैं तो आप जो भी गाइड करते हैं, तो मैं उन स्टेटमेंट्स को ज्यादातर पढ़ता हूँ न्यूज़पेपर में। और बुक्स की बात करूँ तो जब से ग्रेजुएशन स्टार्ट हुई है 2 से 3 बुक्स पढ़ चुका हूँ, और ऑडियो बुक्स ज्यादातर मैं प्रेफर करता हूँ।
और राइटिंग भी कुछ करते हो किसी तरह की?
यस सर, राइटिंग बिल्कुल। मैं 2-3 सोसाइटीज का पार्ट हूँ, मैं स्पार्क का पार्ट हूँ, रेडियो सोसाइटी का पार्ट हूँ, और मुझे जब भी कुछ करने को दिया जाता है तो मैं खुद से लिखता हूँ, ना कि गूगल या वहां से उठा के, बिकॉज स्पार्क में भी यही चीज है कि आपको खुद से कुछ करना है। तो राइटिंग में भी मैं काफी चीजें करता हूँ, और मैंने काफी चीजें ट्राई भी करी हैं और टीचर्स के सामने प्रेजेंट भी करी।
रेडियो में किस तरह के प्रोग्राम्स डू यू डू योर ओन प्रोग्राम्स, क्या किया है?
जी सर, शुरुआत में जो हमारी रेडियो सोसाइटी की हेड है यशिका दीदी, उन्होंने काफी गाइड करा। पहले तो बिल्कुल रेडियो की समझ नहीं थी, मतलब ये था कि आपको बोलना होता है रेडियो में, बोलते हैं, बट उन्होंने एक रिदम बताई कि आपको कहाँ पे पॉजेस लेने हैं, क्या करना है, बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक कैसे लेने हैं। तो सारी चीजें, शब्दों का भी मैं गलत प्रयोग करता था बिकॉज हिंदी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, और मतलब कोशिश करता हूँ सुधारने की दोनों भाषाएं, लेकिन इंग्लिश ज्यादा अभी इम्प्रूव नहीं है, बट हाँ हिंदी में कोशिश जारी।
So moving on to Chavi again. Chavi, you told us about the work that you have been doing for more than a year on social media. You set up your own YouTube channel. You, as you said, you even monetize it. And then also you told us that you are going to join MJMC, so going to do your master's in the subject. So can you give us more clarity on this issue, whether you will take up your master's studies seriously by keeping aside whatever you have been doing on the social media, or you would like to continue with whatever you have been doing with your YouTube channel, expanding it and turning yourself as an entrepreneur instead of pursuing further studies, which will be more preferred by you?
So currently I'm also in a mid of confusion as to how long I would be able to, deliver the same quality and content, because when I get into college and everything, so then the life would be different. Then I'll have, a full day dedicated to college. But, food is a thing. I got into food only because I love food, and food is a thing, even if I get out of the college, I'll see a lot of stalls there. And also, since I do have a partner for the page, so I think the page would not be stopped. But if I talk about myself, food is like everywhere. If I go out of my house, there are 20 stalls. There are so many shops. Food is like, people cannot live without food. So I think the creation of food, I also, create recipes at my home. So taking a little bit time out for your page won't be a matter of like, it won't be a big deal for me. So I think I would definitely pair it up with my studies. And since, we also had digital marketing when I was studying BJMC in the college. So, when Ritvik sir told us about a lot of other perspectives, that time my channel was not monetized, and I was not into a lot of paid collaborations. I was into barter collaborations, like just delivering the content in exchange of product. So I got a lot of more insights. So I think MJMC would help me, strengthen and build more of what I already have. So I'm definitely not leaving the blogging, but I will definitely manage both and won't let affect each other.
Okay, so since you are handling your own channel and you are doing your own blogging and all, on food particularly, as you said, is the most fascinating thing, and I believe it is the case with most of us. What all new recipes you have invented yourself during this period? Do you take care of cooking at home, and what new you have done during this period particularly?
So if I talk about me exploring new things, that is one thing. But, whenever I try to cook something new, it turns out to be very bizarre. And when I see, new fusion, I mean, people are making Oreo Maggie. I think that is just because it, you believe that it will go viral, you're creating it. People are making Maggie milkshakes. I think that is, even if you listen to it, it sounds like very creepy to me. So when I create a recipe, it's less of a recipe and more of the, the place that I make dirty. So according to my mom, I should stop cooking and I should only cook, the things like sandwich and everything, jisme gandagi kam mache. So that is one thing. But I have tried a lot of things that I never knew existed also. If I talk about the Mexican cuisines, if I talk about the fusion cuisines, daily life, I think we do not get an option to, explore more than new types of Maggi, new types of aloo, new types of pulses and everything. So I think this has led to me exploring a lot of other cuisines and trying to make it, but miserably failing at it. So I limit myself for cooking new things, but definitely try it out at new places.
Okay, so Lakshya, what will you say on this? Whether you have any such interest, you have any such thing that you do at home, contributing to your, the things which are being done in the household or helping your mother? What all you do?
Yeah, first of all, I wash most of the time. I wash my own clothes and I polish my own shoes, press my own t-shirt. And on special occasions, when me and my brother are there, so we most of the time cook non-veg dishes. And one time I cooked paneer capsicum and custard. I can make custard, yeah. I did for my home science board exam as well. So yeah, I have pretty good experience with cooking. My father used to cook really delicious dishes, so maybe I inherited that from him and stuff. And I also pursue fitness. I do exercises every day, and also. Like these are the basic things. And apart from that, like reading, writing, and stuff. Sometimes I listen to music and like watch a little bit of movies. Like nothing more than that.
ओके सो ऋषभ, अगर ये तुमसे मैं यही सवाल करूं जैसा छवि ने बताया, लक्ष्य ने बताया, आई मीन पर्टिकुलरली टॉकिंग अबाउट द कंट्रीब्यूशन दैट यू डू एट होम एंड द हाउस होल्ड थिंग्स दैट यू डू, व्हाट ऑल यू विल टेल अस?
सर फिलहाल तो घर से बहुत दूर हूँ, अभी अकेले ही रह रहा हूँ। और बाकी मैं अकेले में क्या करता हूँ, तो काफी चीजें हैं करने को। पहले तो मैं अपना रूम वगैरह साफ रखता हूँ, क्योंकि 24 घंटे मुझे यहीं पे रहना है। और काफी कुछ है, मतलब शुरुआत जब मैं यहाँ पे आया था तो कुछ टाइम खाना भी अकेले ही बनाया, फिर काफी प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं, आप कितना कुछ मैनेज करोगे, क्या क्या सोचोगे। तो फिर खाना वगैरह मैं मंगाने लगा था। बाकी मैं घर पे सारा कुछ करता हूँ, सारी चीजें अरेंज करके रखता हूँ, किस टाइम मुझे उठना है, कब क्या करना है, सारे प्री प्लान रहते हैं। रात में जब सोते टाइम सारी चीजें कल की डिसाइडेड हो जाती हैं कि इतने बजे ये।
तो तुम अपने जब से भी ये पेंडेमिक लगा है तो तुम अपने घर नहीं गए हो, तुम यहाँ
सर
नोएडा में ही रह रहे हो?
जी सर, घर में गया हूँ बीच में, बट ये है यहाँ आने की वजह एक ये थी कि मेरे गांव में बिल्कुल भी नेटवर्क वगैरह नहीं। तो मैंने ये सोचा था कि कॉलेजेस वगैरह खुल जाएंगे जनवरी फरवरी में जब भी, बट अभी तक ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं। और एक वजह ये भी थी कि मैं बाहर ही रहा हूँ हमेशा से, गांव में रहा नहीं हूँ। तो फिर मैंने सोचा कि बाहर रहने की बजाय अपने कॉलेज के पास रहा जाए, कुछ सीखने को तो मिलेगा ही वहां पर। तो अभी यही रहा है। बाकी बीच में कोविड के दौरान सफर किया है घर के लिए, काफी बार गया हूँ और वापस आ गया कुछ ही दिन।
So moving on to Chavi again. Chavi,
Yes, sir.
what is the final thing? I mean, besides whatever I asked, what is the final thing? Any expression, any statement that you would like to add beyond whatever has been asked?
So I would just like to say that the pandemic has been really rough on all of us. And even if we didn't have cases at our homes, we did have cases at our friends' place, at people that we know, at colleagues. People have lost a lot of people. We have seen, the dire need of oxygen, the dire need of medicines and everything. So we do not know, who is going to be with us till what time. So I just want to say that, we live in a very fast-paced world. We do not know कि आज किसी ने क्या किया, कल किसी ने क्या किया. So I think we should burn all our egos and burn all the negativities around us, and we should focus on as much positivity as we have. When we talk about the half glass full and half glass not being full, we should, even if we are in a hard spot, we should try and look that there is something that can hold us, that there is something we can hold on to. So I think positivity is one thing that I would say people should preach. Mental health is something that people should preach. And if they do not feel that, they are being good or they are not in a good state, I think they should definitely reach out to their mentors, to their family, friends, and everyone.
Good, Chavi. That's a really very, very important, very valuable trait which you are talking about. Now, moving on to Lakshya. Lakshya, what will be your final thing that you would like to express in this program?
So the final thing I would like to express among all this talk, like it's a line from the book I recently read. Like it ends with us. So there are two protagonists, and they are both like raised in abusive households. So the girl, her father is beating her mother and stuff. So she goes to the boy, like who's a neighbor. So he just tells her one thing, like before leaving for another city, because they used to like care for each other and stuff during the dormant times. So he says to her, like, just keep swimming. Like it is a significance of like holding on to positive memories, positive hope and stuff. And it means that this time will always pass, like negative time will always like pass. So he just said, just keep swimming. So just keep holding on to whatever positive memories and things you have to hold on to.
So Rishabh, if I ask the same thing to you as well, anything that you want to say finally in this program which has not been asked and which you would have thought that you will say, any such expression, any statement that you would like to make?
पहले तो मतलब जो भी इस प्रोग्राम में मेरे दोस्त वगैरह जुड़े हुए हैं और मेरे सीनियर्स, मैं जितना मैं फील कर पाया हूँ पर्सनली कि हमें हर समय कुछ ना कुछ करते रहना चाहिए। सबसे बेहतरीन चीज है ये। खाली खाली दिमाग या मतलब ऐसे कुछ शैतान का घर। तो अगर ना आप कुछ करते रहोगे तो आपके रिलेशनशिप बेहतर रहेंगे, क्योंकि आपको नहीं कि भाई आपने मुझे टाइम नहीं दिया। मम्मी पापा भी आपके खुश रहेंगे आपसे कि नहीं भाई मेरा बेटा बिजी है, कुछ तो कर रहा है। और अगर आज आपको रास्ता नहीं दिखता है कि आपको करना क्या है, आप कंफ्यूज हो कि 3 साल बाद आपको करना क्या है, अगर आप 10 चीजें करोगे और कहीं ना कहीं बिजी रहोगे सही डायरेक्शन में, तो आपकी जिंदगी रास्ता ढूंढ ही लेगी कहीं ना कहीं। बट अगर आप फ्री रहोगे, आप सोचोगे कि मुझे पता नहीं है, लेकिन मुझे जिस दिन पता चल जाएगा मैं उस दिन कुछ ना कुछ कर लूंगा, तो वो दिन कभी आने वाला नहीं है। ये सबसे बड़ा वहम है हर इंसान के लिए। तो आप कुछ भी करिए जो आपको अच्छा लगे।
That's really great. All three of you said the same thing, but in a different expression, which is really nice, which is remarkable. Like Chavi talked about the positivity. Lakshya also talked about the positivity, but then also talked about that one should be ready to move with the flow, should not stop. And as Rishabh said, that one has to remain active, doing something. Obviously all are interrelated, and all this is related to the positivity, and that's something which is good for oneself, which is good for the society. So we hope that everybody will have these kind of traits in their life, and that is how we all will move forward and will be doing something good in our lives. Thank you all in this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.